Bro, bro, bro. Grimes here. Now, today I'm gonna be talking about fighting as usual. Now, I'm gonna be giving you a tip of what happens. What do you do when you run out of energy or you fatigue in a street fight? What do you do? So, I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're fighting. Somebody's punching you. Remember, when you're punching, you're taking your hand and you're moving to the left. You're punching. As you said, 3D animation, right? So when somebody's punching you, and you have about 5 opponents, you're going against 5 opponents in a street fight. You could run out of energy, especially when I've told you guys, do the main things, the main important video. I'm going to give you a card in the video below to go to my what tips to fight to survive in a street fight. But I know a lot of people are not going to listen to this, so they are not going to be prepared to fight a 7-minute round, or it depends. Most of these fights in karate, most of these fights on the street last for about 30 seconds. So you should be okay. But what if they have multiple opponents? What do you do in that situation? What do you do in a situation where the opponent has more skill than you? Well, could be a problem, because at the end of the day, you could end up gassing in a street fight. And let me tell you something, guys. Fatigue is a fighter's worst enemy. Now, if he's in the octagon, if he's in the boxing match, okay, he's safe. He's safe. I mean, they're gonna end the fight. It's on boxing rules. It's on UFC rules. It's commissioned. But what if this is a real fight for your life? What if this is not a school fight? What if this is a fight down in the yard? What if you have guys with knives and guns, whatever? What if that happens? You can't just run. What if you can't run? Especially if you can't run because you have no energy, because you didn't follow the rules of what I told you. Sprints, long distance running, these are the bedrock of a fight. But what if you did not follow these rules? What if you are not prepared for a 7-round street fight? What if you're not prepared? What if you're not prepared for a 2-minute street fight? Most people, by the 2-minute mark, when they're boxing, when they're fighting you, about 5 opponents, most people will quit by 2 minutes, right? So therein lies your hope. If you gas in a street fight, the best thing to do is to continue fighting. Why do you continue fighting if you, oh, I'm tired, bro, I'm tired, stop, no, bang, 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 bang. Why would you, what do? You need to continue fighting, because at the end of the day, the storm will end. You're gassed, but that does not mean that you do not have enough energy. You could still push beyond what you're capable of. You're not gonna die, but you gotta push. You need to push as hard as possible. If you do not, even if you're not prepared, now you're not gonna win the fight, but you may survive long enough to get help, long enough for somebody to intervene. You must persevere. Fatigue will kill you. Now, there are people, when somebody punches them to the face, right? They get tired, they get knocked out, right? The thing about it is that if you're not trained, I can't do much, but I can tell you, if you get hit, keep in the fight, keep going, keep boxing. As I said before with my tutorial with the pressure points, go to the pressure points, the eye gouge, the ears. You're pulling down the ears, the fish hook, right? So again, in the next coming videos, I'm going to teach you guys how to punch, right? I'm going to teach you guys how to really train. So when you end up on the street, when somebody robs you, somebody pulls out a knife, a gun, 4 guys against 1, 2 guys with knives, 2 guys with fists, you're the only one. They're going to come after you and fight you. I'm going to teach you what to do, the tips and the tricks. So again, in the recap, okay, what do you do when you're gassed in a fight for your life? 2 guys have knives, 2 guys have fists, and you know that it is over. Say a prayer. Yeah, sorry about that. Say a prayer to God, Jesus Christ, right? And He will help you. But continue in the fight. Continue. Do not give up. Do not use a war cry. Whoa, whoa. That helps. That helps. Use a war cry and keep on persisting. In the next video, I'm going to give you about war cries, different stuff you can do. So keep still, keep training, right? And holler back at your boy.